what? It's barbecue season. Love this time of year. And you know what? Even though I'm using the Keg IQ here, you know there's some guy friends that you've got that have that like 6,500 square foot of cooking surface, infrared searing, dual tank, stainless steel. Roar! There's like all about the size of their grill. Now sometimes I think they have that because it makes them feel better about themselves, but sometimes I think they have it because it impresses people. Like when you go to their party and they've got this huge like multi-burner grill, you're like, wow, this guy knows what he's doing. The same thing is true in print. Because you could take your printed piece and do something like foil stamping or foil embossing, and it would totally change the look of your printed piece. In fact, there was a group, the Perception Research Services, and they did a study of 1,500 different items. And of those items, over 80% got a positive reaction from the participants in the areas of taste, quality, and effect. Now that can only mean one thing. If people feel good about the company, they can only do one thing, and that's buy more from them. And so using something like foil embossing or foil stamping can really change how a printed piece looks and, more importantly, how a printed piece acts. Let's see more about it. So that study found that embellished products increase sales interest by over 70%. That's 70%. Crazy. So let's talk about some of the options. Like the first off, so hot, are colors of foils. Now there's over 20 different colors that you can choose from when it comes to the foil. So it's a lot like ink. I mean, not like infinite like ink, but there's a lot of color choices here. And so there's a lot that you can choose from. And if you ever need a sample of this, we'd be happy to send it to you. Just contact your rep or go online and contact us. We'd be happy to send you one of these. But of course, you know, the obvious color, you know, for like stuff is like this gold color. So, I mean, it looks really nice, really rich, especially with this color of folder. But it doesn't have to end there. Like we can do cool things like colored foil. Like this red foil really pops on this black folder. But it also doesn't have to be like on a dark color. The folder could be white and still get a really nice effect. Like here's a really nice sort of turquoisey green color on this white. Really looks nice. And again, the whole point is for have people have it in their hands and say, oh my gosh, this is really nice. I feel good about, and they're not going to think this, they're not going to sit here and think, I really like doctor's orders because they have blue foil. That's not what they're going to think, but they are going to think, these people know what they're talking about. Like unconsciously, subconsciously, somewhere less than consciously, they're going to like you. All right, let's talk some details here. Now, remember, though, that all these details and more are available on the website. So if you have any questions, but you aren't taking notes, you can always visit our website to find out more. But just a few highlights. So this foiled area can be up to 24 contiguous square inches. So like a 6x4 area. So if we were doing this in one foil color, that's the area that we could do it in. So think of that when you're designing the art. Also think about not using like fonts that are smaller than 10 point. Or like artwork with really intricate detail, because sometimes the foil can't meet that, and so it'll just kind of blob up and look kind of stupid. So you don't want that. And then the other thing I wanted to mention real quick is that you should also avoid like halftones or line screens and stuff like that. That just doesn't work. You can see that it's very clearly just solid spaces or solid areas of foil coverage. And so really that's, I mean, it's not crazy, but there are important things to know. Tell you what, why don't we go look and see what it looks like up by the foil stamper embosser thing. Okay, so this is the foil stamper. Foil comes on big rolls like this. See how pretty it is? It's like Christmas all the time. And then they put the foil onto the machine. And then the foil goes through some rollers. And then what they do is the image goes through the foil and attaches to the folder. But not after, that's only after that the machine will grab a blank folder, put it into place, it'll get foil stamped, and then another like suction cuppy thing will grab it and put it in a nice neat stack. It's magic how it works. So there you have it. Foil embossing, stamping, that whole embellishment thing can really change how your printed pieces look and how then your organization is perceived. And we've already talked about the studies that significantly show that it helps improve your rate of sales. And so next time you talk to your sales rep, ask them about foil embossing or other embellishments. It can really help you out. We'll talk to you next time.